Days of Our Lives airing on Thursday, July 10th. For those of us who've followed the tangled lives of Salem's residents through decades of love, loss, and intrigue, these two nights promise to deliver the kind of heart-pounding drama that keeps us glued to our screens. Wednesday, July 9th. Leo's Painful Past and Forbidden Kisses. The episode kicks off with Leo Stark, Greg Ricard, a man whose charm often hides a storm of inner turmoil, opening up to his friend Javi Hernandez Alcalderon. For years, Leo has carried the weight of a childhood marred by trauma, and this episode pulls back the curtain on his deepest wounds. His mother, Diana Colville Judith Chapman, is a woman whose cold, manipulative ways have left scars that refuse to heal. Diana's parenting, if you can call it that, was a masterclass in neglect and cruelty, leaving Leo with mom issues that now threaten to sabotage his relationships. Add to that his unresolved dad issues, and it's no wonder Leo's struggling to bond with his new baby. Imagine trying to nurture a child when your own heart is still grappling with the ghosts of a broken childhood. It's a recipe for heartbreak. As Leo pours his heart out to Javi, we see a side of him that's raw and vulnerable. His emotional baggage isn't just a personal struggle, it's starting to ripple into his ability to cope with fatherhood. Will Javi's friendship be the lifeline Leo needs, or will his past continue to hold him hostage? Fans of Days know that Leo's storylines are never simple, and this confession could be the first step toward healing or a descent into even greater chaos. Meanwhile, across town, the air crackles with forbidden attraction. Gwen Rizek, Emily O'Brien, finds herself alone with Xander Kyriakis, Paul Telfer, and the chemistry between them is undeniable. Despite their complicated history, Gwen's feelings for Xander burn as brightly as ever. In a moment of reckless passion, she locks lips with him, reigniting a spark that could set Salem ablaze. But Xander's heart is already tangled elsewhere, and this kiss could spell trouble for everyone involved. Will this impulsive act be a fleeting mistake, or the start of a dangerous love triangle? Elsewhere, Doug Williams III is caught in a web of his own making. Ariana Horton, Sydney Brower, is head over heels for him, but her attempts to get close are met with a cold shoulder. When she tries to steal a kiss, Doug pushes her away, leaving her humiliated and confused. What Ari doesn't know is that Doug's rejection isn't about her, it's about the dangerous people lurking in his shadow. Doug owes money to some very unsavory characters, and they've sent him chilling photos of Ari and Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, as a warning. In his mind, keeping Ari at arm's length is the only way to protect her. But Doug's no master strategist. His plan to cut her out of his life is as flimsy as a house of cards. Those dangerous debts aren't going away, and his silence could put everyone he loves in jeopardy. At the Kyriakis mansion, tension is brewing. Bonnie Lockhart Kyriakis, Judy Evans, delivers devastating news to Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, and the fallout could shake the family to its core. Could this be tied to the heated custody battle over Sarah's child? And what will happen if Justin Kyriakis, Wally Kurth, decides to take on Xander's case? Maggie Horton Kyriakis, Suzanne Rogers, would be heartbroken to see her family divided. But in Salem, loyalty is often a casualty of ambition. The stakes are high, and the Kyriakis clan is no stranger to betrayal. The drama doesn't stop there. Belle Black, Martha Madison, is growing increasingly worried about her sister, Marina, who seems unsteady on her feet. When Marina nearly faints at home, Belle's instincts kick into overdrive. Is this a fleeting moment of weakness or a sign of something far more serious? In a town where secrets are currency, Marina's health scare could be the tip of a much larger iceberg. Thursday, July 10th. Criminal charges and corporate power plays. Thursday's episode dials up the intensity with courtroom drama, corporate scheming, and jaw-dropping discoveries. Johnny DiMera Carson Boatman is staring down the barrel of serious criminal charges, accused of attempted murder. The weight of the accusations threatens to crush him, but his wife, Chanel Dupree Raven Bowens, refuses to waver. Her belief in Johnny's innocence is unshakable, a beacon of hope in a storm of doubt. Johnny's father, E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuereagle, is also in his corner, but E.J.'s methods are rarely straightforward. In a shocking twist, E.J. considers pinning the blame on his sister, Kristen DiMera, Stacey Hayduke, to save his son. Kristen's no saint. Word on the street is she's headed to jail later this summer, but is E.J.'s plan a stroke of genius or a desperate gamble that will backfire? In Salem, framing someone else is never a clean getaway, and E.J.'s scheming could unravel faster than he expects. The DiMera family drama takes another turn when Tony DiMera, Theo Penglis, issues a stern warning to E.J. Tony's got his eye on reclaiming control of the family company, and he's not playing games. The brothers clash over CEO options, with EJ pushing for Johnny to take the helm, assuming he can beat those pesky charges. A corporate shakeup at DiMera Enterprises could shift the power dynamics in Salem, but it also means pulling Johnny away from his current role at Titan. For Johnny, trading one high-stakes job for another might be the least of his worries if he's facing prison time. Speaking of Titan, Xander's got his own battles to fight. He's locking horns with Philip Kiriakis, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, in a heated argument that's almost certainly about control of the company. The Kiriakis family has always been a battleground for ambition, and this latest clash could have far-reaching consequences. Will Xander's fiery temper get the better of him, or can he outmaneuver Philip to hold onto his piece of the Titan Empire? Meanwhile, Kat Green is on a mission for the ISA, working with Ray Fernandez as her FBI contact. Her task? Uncover the murky origins of EJ's money to buy the hospital. The deeper she digs, the more dangerous the truth becomes. EJ's no stranger to bending the rules, but if his financial dealings are exposed, it could bring his carefully constructed world crashing down. The biggest shocker of the night comes when Belle Black and Jada Hunter uncover something staggering on a mysterious memory stick. Belle received it anonymously, but the contents leave both women reeling. The last time we saw that memory stick, it was in EJ's possession, raising chilling questions. Did he send it to set Belle up, or is someone else pulling the strings? In Salem, trust is a rare commodity, and this discovery could turn allies into enemies in the blink of an eye. Why you can't miss these episodes as the drama unfolds over these 2 nights. Days of Our Lives delivers the kind of emotional roller coaster that's kept fans coming back for decades. From Leo's heart-wrenching confessions to Gwen's impulsive kiss, from Johnny's fight for freedom to EJ's risky schemes, every moment is packed with tension and surprises. The residents of Salem are no strangers to secrets, but the revelations in these episodes could change everything. Will Leo find a way to heal from his past, or will it tear his new family apart? Can Doug protect Ari from the danger he's brought into their lives? And what's on that memory stick that has Belle and Jada so shaken? For those of us who've watched Salem stories unfold over the years, these episodes are a reminder of why we love this show. It's not just about the drama. It's about the connections, the betrayals, and the hope that keeps these characters fighting through every twist and turn. So, mark your calendars for Wednesday and Thursday, because you won't want to miss a single second of the chaos, passion, and jaw-dropping shocks awaiting in Salem. When Gwen Rizek, Emily O'Brien, reappeared at the Horton doorstep in Monday's episode, the shockwaves rippled through Salem. Standing tall and confident, she wore the Horton family's heirloom diamonds around her neck. A crystal-clear statement that she wasn't returning as a scorned woman, but as someone with a mission and newfound wealth. Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, nearly fell over in surprise, while matriarch Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes, looked visibly shaken in the context. A divorce, a fortune, a flight to Alemania. Gwen's departure in October 2023 was equally sensational. She left Salem shortly after Dimitri von Luskner DiMera, Peter Port. Her husband betrayed her with her best friend Leo Stark, Greg Ricart. She jetted off to Alemania for a gold mining expedition, visibly wounded but determined. But this wasn't just a vacation. It was a strategic move. With Dimitri's arrest for attempted murder, and a wedding that was literally the final step before he inherited wealth from the von Luskner fortune, the marriage had more to do with money than love. Gwen, smart and scrappy, seized the moment, grabbed access to his inheritance, and then vanished, leaving behind a storm of heartbreak and broken alliances. Money talks. Who's really holding the purse strings? All signs point to Gwen returning far richer than she left. Multiple spoiler outlets confirm that she came back carrying Dimitri's money from his inheritance and perhaps even funds intended for him from afar. She even bought Julie's cherished necklace with those funds and made no secret of her intentions. She refuses to hand it back. Actress Emily O'Brien herself explained how Gwen managed to ease her heart by stealing some money from Dimitri and is now financially stable with everything except love. According to the show's insider, producers have refined her character. Gwen's no longer just scrappy, she's cultured, worldly, and increasingly powerful. Attitude with altitude. A powerhouse returns. Gwen's return isn't quiet. She walks into town dressed to impress, carrying wealth and confidence. She flaunts the diamonds, acts superior to those she left behind, and immediately begins stirring emotional currents. Reconnecting with Chad and planting a scandalous kiss on Xander Kiriaki's, Paul Telfer. A moment that leaves Sarah Horton and onlookers dumbfounded. Far from a heartbroken figure, Gwen is coming back as a force. She has means, and she's ready to use them to settle old scores, influence the powerful, like lending money to the spectator or even tipping custody scales, or recalibrate her alliances. No longer a powerless romantic, Gwen now wields wealth as her weapon. Allies and motives. Who's Gwen playing with? Episode previews and leaks have Gwen aligned with the DiMeras. Some spoilers claim she's plotting with EJ DiMera Dan Feuerriegel to undermine the Kiriakis' empire and protect DiMera interests. Perhaps even assisting EJ in hiding funds or launching attacks on adversaries like Steve Johnson. There are whispers she may also partner with Vivian Alamain in a DiMera Kiriakis standoff, and possibly become an unexpected player in the ISA crossover intel wars involving Cat Green, Chad, and others. Her plan? Use her newfound wealth to tease influence, buy loyalty, fan flames, and cause chaos while ensuring she isn't used again. Impact on Salem's characters Julie and Chad. Julie is rightly protective. This is her necklace. Chad, once intimate with Gwen, reassesses ties and fears she might know secrets about Abigail Devereaux, stirring family tension. Xander and Sarah. His kiss with Gwen has Sarah burning with jealousy and might reignite dormant rivalries. Leo and Javi. Leo rescues a baby and proves his caregiving heart, while Gwen's wealth may once again pull him back into schemes. EJ, Tony, Vivian. Gwen's influence could tip the balance in corporate and emotional battles, framing her as a new DiMera power broker. Does Gwen truly have money? Yes, and lots of it. She's not bluffing. Spoilers repeatedly highlight she became extremely rich using Dimitri's inheritance. She purchased Julie's necklace and isn't budging. Dramatic proof of power and privilege. Emily O'Brien confirms Gwen is financially stable again. With the world at her feet but love still missing. So is she just wealthy? Or has she become rich and dangerous, a veteran schemer with resources, allies, and renewed purpose? What lies ahead? The big picture. Briefcase. Financial firepower. Expect Gwen to leverage her money to influence custody battles, corporate board decisions, public perception, or even legal outcomes. A blank check in Salem goes a long way. Red Heart romantic revenge or reinvention. Is she toying with Chad again? Rekindling with Xander? Or forging alliances with Leo? Each twist has emotional and strategic weight. Detective DiMera moves and ISA intrigue. She may team up with EJ to control hospital deals, run interference on Steve, or work with Vivian in DiMera Kiriaki's warfare, possibly even using ISA intel through Cat or Rafe. Brain identity and evolution. Emily O'Brien notes Gwen's been refined by time with the elite. This return is not the same manipulative Gwen of old. Her strategy is sharper, more sophisticated, and potentially more unpredictable. In summary, for our 65-plus audience, what you should know: Gwen's return is big. She returns wealthy and poised, not defeated. She's got depth, not just a wounded spouse. Now she's a shrewd, stylish power player. She means business. Diamonds, corporate influence, emotional manipulation, all tools at her disposal. She knows Salem. She knows who to push, who to charm, and how to shake things up. Her wealth is real. Confirmed by multiple spoilers, the actress herself, and her purchases. She's not bluffing. The takeaway: Gwen's return marks a shift. She isn't merely back, she's finally stepping into her power with finesse. For fans of long-form drama, especially older viewers who appreciate multi-layered storytelling, Gwen's arc now offers wealth, wit, revenge, and evolution. Is she reclaiming what was taken? Sabotaging the DiMeras enemies? Or forging a new identity? Gwen 2.0, smarter, richer, and ready to rule Salem? Stay tuned. Salem's calm facade is about to crack wide open.